Hi everybody, I'm Mike Nelson. Well, amazing that summer is flying by as quickly as it is. We're already into the August weather primer, and severe weather still continues along with a lot of heat. Denver and the plains get plenty of storms, but large hail and tornadoes shift generally to heavy rainfall with the advent of the summer monsoon. Now, the wettest August on record was in 1979 with almost 6 inches of rain, and the driest was nearly a century ago with 0.02. 105 is the record high temperature. Now, we've had that number on several different days in June and July and August, and that oldest reading is August 8th, 1878. We've never reported any snow in Denver in the month of August. Our main weather threats shift a bit away from tornadoes and the larger hail, and it's mostly lightning and heavy rain with the potential for some local flooding from some of the slower moving storms, as the jet stream in the month of August tends to be a little weaker, and that generally brings us slower moving storm systems. You have heard about the fact that we are in an El Nino, and El Nino is supercharging the warming that we're seeing all around the globe. We're seeing record temperatures in many locations. That's warmer than average water conditions in the Pacific, and a lot of that energy, that heat, is being released into the atmosphere. Vast amounts of heat being released into the atmosphere. It is so far this year been changing our weather pattern, taking the jet stream farther to the north of us, cutting off the monsoon flow from developing so far down to the south. It should get going a little bit, but the extended forecast is not that favorable for a strong southwest monsoon this year, at the expense of getting more of those storms pushing off to the north and east of us. And with that, we are now seeing a return of drought. We had been drought-free for much of the summer, but recent postings are showing that drought is creeping back in to the southwestern quarter of the state. Still, some severe drought conditions continue in the Midwest, and unfortunately, Colorado's starting to see that drought increase a little bit once again. Now, if you'd like to help us measure our precipitation, CoCoRaHS is a great way to be involved. That's the Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Study. And as a CoCoRaHS volunteer, you'll join over 20,000 weather watchers worldwide. They will teach you how to measure rain, hail, and snow. You get a rain gauge so you can keep track of the storm. And if you want more information about how to become a member of CoCoRaHS, go to the website, www.cocorahs.org, and become part of CoCoRaHS. This is the current extended outlook. Drier than average conditions for precipitation here, and slightly warmer than average conditions expected, cooler off to the Midwest. And that same pattern seems to be holding as we get into the 90-day outlook as well. Warmer and a little bit drier than average does not bode well for our drought conditions, southwestern Colorado, especially down into New Mexico and Arizona. Climate change, we've certainly seen the ramifications of all of this heat being poured into the atmosphere because of the developing El Nino. Worldwide, if you're watching the newscast, you see extreme precipitation and flooding. Of course, during the winter season, we're seeing the shrinking of the snow and the ice caps now during the warm season in the northern hemisphere. The terrible wildfires we've had up in Canada, and the big heat wave and the increasing drought that we have been seeing across much of North America. That is due to an increase in carbon dioxide, currently a little over 418 parts per million globally, and we add 100 million tons of CO2 every single day. These are the different reporting stations: Barrow, Mauna Loa, American Samoa, the South Pole, and this up and down pattern that you see, that's the seasonal changes that occur as plants breathe in that carbon dioxide during the growing season. The CO2 levels will drop a little bit in either hemisphere that has their growing season, but the overall trend, and we take the global average, that's why I show you on TV, is increasing every single day and certainly every single year. And 2022, one of the warmest years on record, will really look like we're on track that 2023 is going to be far and away the hottest year on record. And all of the 10 hottest have occurred since 2010. And of course, that has coincided with the increase in carbon dioxide levels from the burning of fossil fuels. The warmer temperatures over a century or more of really the high precision numbers, we see those global readings really going up right in lockstep with the increase in carbon dioxide. Denver, even though we've had a relatively cool summer thanks to the early rains, the overall outlook is not that favorable. By 2060, if we don't have drastic cuts in the CO2 emissions globally, we'll have a climate more like that of Amarillo, Texas, and by the end of the century, more like that of northern Mexico, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. And we see the warming showing up in the summertime since 1970, and we see the warmer summer nights as well. That's a big part of the heat stress that we see, especially in more humid climates, is it doesn't cool off at night. The increased cooling demand didn't used to be that everybody had air conditioners, but most people do now in the metro area. And we also have an increase in bad air quality. Let's talk about good ozone versus bad ozone. The good ozone is the stratospheric ozone. That is what was being eroded by the increase from CFC gases in the atmosphere with the Montreal Protocol. We cut back on that back in the 80s, and that was the ozone that helps block ultraviolet radiation from the sun. That's the good stuff. The bad ozone is the ground level ozone, which is a function of air pollution from car exhaust and truck exhaust and small engine exhaust. It's a chemical reaction with sunlight and creates that ozone that makes it harmful to breathe and is a lung irritant. So we're seeing more of those bad ozone days. Fire weather days, so far we've had a fairly good summer without fire danger here compared to Canada, but it only makes sense that as it gets hotter and drier, you're going to have more fire weather days, and statistically, that is what we have seen across the West. This year we've been a little bit luckier. Unfortunately, Canada has had much more of a bad experience from that. And you might wonder, how do we know that the CO2 that's in the atmosphere is caused by the burning of fossil fuels? It's because we can measure the actual chemical signature of that CO2. It is not coming from volcanoes or anything of that like. 38 billion tons being released into the atmosphere each year from the burning of fossil fuels. And that warming has increased about 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit in the last 70 years. Each molecule of carbon dioxide acting like a feather in a down comforter, trapping heat or redirecting it that would otherwise escape into outer space. Our heirs are going to have more of the heating than I certainly will, where I was born as a baby boomer. You're seeing the warming stripes much more impacting the future generations. We'll see a much greater impact of that. And we can still fix this. If we can cut back on our carbon emissions, we can certainly have a much less hot future coming up. If you'd like to learn more, this is a book that I have written along with a couple of experts here along the Front Range. Use that QR code. I'll leave it up there for a free download of the world's littlest book on climate. Hope you stay cool enough during the month of August. Thanks for your interest and thanks for watching. I'm Mike Nelson.